What up, family? Cost you nothing to hit that like button, fam. Wack100, Charleston White. Now, when it comes to social media and influencers, these are the two most influencers that have the most influence on the culture. I mean, they tit for tat sort of like, but speak on a different type of language, right? We also know that these two don't get along. And the first encounter they had, I think it was like Clubhouse, and they was going back and forth, fam, saying some real shit about each other. Excuse my language. Now, we know that Wack100 stand on the Pyru business, stand on the LA politics, all these different things. We also know when it come to Charleston White, he stand on business too. If he run into an individual in traffic, I got to give it to him. You know, if he got a problem with him, he stand on business with whatever the case might be. Now, this situation, family, that I'm about to get into concerning these two, and I have a lot of disagreements. I mean, I disagree with a lot of things Wack do, a lot of things Charleston White do, especially when it comes to the culture, fam. Because when I speak, I try to speak from a spiritual basis and as a whole for everybody, not just off what I feel and what I think. And what these two dudes, they both have wisdom, but at the same time, they get off on the community in ways, fam, that's separating us. Now, fast forward. Fans are shocked. You know, they couldn't believe that this went down, and Charleston White and Wack100 ran into each other, but it was in a different form and fashion. They got on an interview together that's about to come out, and it's on the Downs Project podcast. When I seen this, fam, I saluted it though. Reason I saluted it is because it showed that you can have a problem with an individual and come together, you know, for the money or for the love or whatever the case might be. And to see these two, you know, doing an interview together after everything they've said about each other, being two older OGs in the game, I respect that part of the game. When it comes to Charleston White and his reach in the world is long. I don't even think Charleston White recognized how much influence he have over the culture. Not only the young people, fam, but the older people, the mothers, the grandmothers, like everybody tapped in with Charleston White and know how Charleston White moved. Now, with that being said, I must speak truth, right? And the truth is, the word said it'll be a lot of false prophets, fam. And we seeing that. I try to stay far away from that. I try to live what I'm talking and I'm telling y'all. These dudes that we seeing, like Wack100 and Charleston White, that got position, that talk on a level with sense, but doing nonsense, is the false prophets that the Most High is talking about. And I'm not talking about people when we in a time to where people just saying quotes on social media that got following. A lot of people know how to talk good. They got followings. And so this is the time that the Most High was talking about. He said it'd be a lot of them, fam. And they ain't necessarily got to be talking about the Most High. They can be leading people astray. They can be dancing with the devil and be a false prophet. So these individuals that, like Charleston White, that's thriving off the community and the success that he's gained, it have made him forget what he came in the game doing. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people got love for Charleston. A lot of people got love for Wack100, especially out on the coast. But I don't care how much love one may have for you, fam. When it comes to God's wrath, you feel me? Like y'all not paying attention to the people that's playing around with other people and they losing right now. Everybody that don't have a heart really for other people and they got a following Are they rappers or whatever the case might be, bro? It's showing, fam. At the end of the day, we need people. You need love, homie. Don't let nobody, I don't care if you a man, woman, child, whatever the case might be. We was born with that. And we'll stray from that when it comes to money. We'll stray from that when it comes to the streets. We'll stray from that when it comes to being social media influencers and different things like that. I don't care what happened as far as me getting big on this Big Chap TV. I'm not going to change up my mission. I'm not going to change up who I am as a man. I pray to God, fam, that he give me the position to where I can speak to the world in his name and do the right thing in his name, because it's needed, homie. I care less about the worldly stuff. I care less about beefs. I care less about who doing what or whatever the case might be. I'm too focused on me and my spiritual being and what I got going. If you look at individuals like a Wack and a Charleston White, they literally speak on other people in damaging type of ways. You feel what I'm saying? With sense. It can be telling the truth. But words are damaging. Not only to the person that you're sending them to, but to the person, fam, that's around that individual, like the kids, mother, or whatever the case might be. So a lot of time our wrath come back from not our house, but from the people that surrounded around the owl. Because you could have forgave, you could have let it go. You didn't have to destroy one character. I need y'all to understand that God is the big God, fam, and the real judge. You hear me? Every human being, we judge people, but we not all the way right. Judging people. Sometimes we wrong, sometimes we right. These dudes don't understand. Sometimes you're going to be wrong, sometimes you're going to be right. Whether you a leader, preacher, social media influencer, long as you're a human being. But when you get on social media and everything you say is right, everything you do is right, it's a problem now, fam. It's self-reliance there, fam. You're really not doing it for the community. One is doing it for himself, bro. And these are just facts. I salute these dudes for coming together and showing that part of the game, though. I salute that. Because that needs to be shown. And at the end of the day, you got to do things not only for the community, but you got to do things for yourself. And what I mean by that with both of these guys, man, they older. You know, they older than me. I'm 40, Charleston White about 45, Wack 47 or something up in there like that, homie. You know, it just become a time you don't want to damage other people, fam. You know what I'm saying? Hurt other people, because the Most High know you know better. And when he know you know better, he will make you do better. And these are just facts, fam. And that's in due time with every human being. But make sure you hit that like button, family. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.